Now, believe it or not, the Pixel Ultra is going to be a very interesting device from Google. It's not because that it is trying to compete with the Pro Max of the world or the Ultra phones from Samsung's, but rather it will actually show what Google can do the best possible way. Now, we have heard so many things about the Pixel Ultra already. You can check out that video. But here I will tell you something else. Now, this device will be codenamed Lynx, and this mysterious guy will actually have not one but two IMX712 imaging sensors. One will be used as an ultra-wide-angle camera sensor, and the second one will do the job of selfies. Yes, this will have an insanely good cameras for selfies. Now, the interesting thing is that Sony has yet to announce this particular sensor. So that means that this will be quite a bit of exclusive, at least in the starting, and it will probably gonna have some good crazy Google magic in it. Now, the rear camera facing setup is also expected to have a more familiar 50 megapixel Samsung GN1 sensor and another Sony IMX787 sensor that will handle the telephoto things. I think Google is trying to kind of hide this Google Pixel 7 Ultra by showcasing and teasing the Google Pixel 7 and 7 Pro or even the Pixel Watch. So we will have to wait and see. But there is another interesting device, and that is the foldable Pixel. The Pixel Fold or Pixel Notepad, whatever you want to call it. Now, we have been hearing about the foldable Pixel phone from Google for some years now, and it always seems like Google isn't ready to launch it, and that is the case. Now, a recent report by New York Times says that in 2023, we can expect a foldable phone from Google. And if you're guessing that this will be a Z Fold 4 or Z Fold 5 competitor, depending on when it's gonna launch. So this is not a flip phone, it is a foldable phone. Now, we know that Samsung has already launched the latest generation Galaxy and they're ahead of everyone and they're just leading the market. But recently we started to see a lot more foldable phones from Chinese competitors too, but they are not globally available at this moment. So I think the Google Pixel Fold can change the game a lot. I mean, at least in the US, people will have an option to buy a foldable device that is not from Samsung. That's kind of good. And on top of that, this will also make the Android more future-proof, because after all, Google is making a foldable means Android will get native support for foldable devices even better. Now, this time around, two patents actually filed by Google have emerged, showcasing an yet announced upcoming foldable device. Now, the interesting part here is that there is no selfie camera underneath the screen like Samsung. Rather, the sensor will apparently be mounted on the bezel. Now, that will make you think about the size of the bezel. I mean, I'm thinking too, but we don't know until the phone is launched. Now, this patent also shows that it will be indeed a Fold 4 competitor. Now, if you don't know, in the past we've already seen that this will not look exactly like a Galaxy Z Fold 4. Rather, it will be very much like an Oppo Find N. So the phone will be much more compact when you fold it, and in unfolded state, it will be much more wider than Samsung's one. That's kind of good. But that's not only it. We have even more things about the Pixel Fold. Now, this device would be codenamed Felix, and this device will have these set of cameras. Let me tell you. The primary camera will be Sony IMX787, a 64 megapixel camera. Now, there will also be a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, just like the S21 Ultra, and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, IMX386 sensor. The selfie camera inside will not be a 4 megapixel or so, it will be a 8 megapixel Sony IMX355 sensor. It is the exact same selfie sensor you can find inside the Pixel 6. Now, not just that. On the cover screen, there will be a 10 megapixel camera, very similar to the telephoto shooter. So that is a freaking good camera setup for a foldable device. Now, in case you were wondering, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 uses a 50 megapixel main camera, a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle shooter, and a 4 megapixel very poor under-display selfie sensor, and a 10 megapixel cover selfie camera. So this is definitely gonna be a quite a bit promising camera setup, and we know that Google and their magic inside the camera apps. So yeah, we can expect some good freaking image quality out of these sensors. Hopefully the device will not be as buggy as the Pixel 6. I mean, that would be disappointing. I will still be keeping an eye on the design of it, like how good it will look from the back. Maybe Pixel 7 Pro alike. We will have to wait and see. And yeah, definitely want to know about the Pixel Watch, then you can check out my recent video on that. So before the outro, here is a Gate Series 2 wallpaper pack. This wallpaper pack contains total of 14 8K wallpapers custom made for your desktops, tablets, laptops and your modern smartphones. You can visit the link in the description below to get a discounted price, or you can simply visit my website joindavid.com/wallpapers to get more discounts. And not just that, you're also going to find a lot more tech news and stuff much faster than these videos on the website. So definitely visit my website. Until the next one, bye and take care.